We are living in the absolute golden age of ballistics. If you are in the market for a bolt gun right now, you are staring at an embarrassment of riches. The market is absolutely flooded with new hardware. Some of it is just flashy marketing fluff, but some of it is straight-up impressive engineering. And looking ahead to 2025, there are 5 specific rifles that I think every serious shooter needs to have on their radar. The Browning X-Bolt Speed SPR Ovix. Let's kick this off with the Browning X-Bolt Speed SPR Ovix. This is for the hunter who wants that premium feel without having to sell a kidney for a full custom rig. You are looking at a street price right around $1,400. Now that is not pocket change, but compared to the high-end custom shops, it is a very approachable number for what you are getting. This thing is light. We are talking 6.16 pounds naked. That is a rifle you can hump up and down a mountain all day long without blowing out your back. Browning did a great job balancing this platform. The mass is shifted rearward into the stock, which makes it settle into the shoulder pocket nicely and helps you manage that recoil impulse. Total length is 38.5 inches with an 18-inch barrel up front. That barrel comes threaded 5/8 by 24. They include a thread protector and a radial muzzle brake right in the box, so you are ready to run it loud or spin on a suppressor if you want to keep things quiet. The action uses a 3-lug bolt with a 60-degree throw. If you have never run a 60-degree bolt, it is fast, it clears your optic easily, and it locks up like a bank vault. Is it as glassy as a $5,000 custom action? Maybe not quite, but for a production rifle, Browning absolutely nailed the tolerances here. The safety is a tang-mounted 2-position slider. It locks the bolt down tight so you don't have to worry about a branch snagging your handle and dumping around in the mud. Simple, rugged, and exactly what you need in the deer woods. It feeds from a detachable rotary magazine that sits flush with the stock. 4-round capacity. It loads smooth, and when you hit that release latch, it drops free into your hand every single time, no fighting it. The trigger breaks at a clean 3.2 pounds. It is crisp, it is predictable, and it is more than accurate enough for ethical harvesting. And of course, the receiver is drilled and tapped. You can slap your rings and glass on there with 0 headaches. The Browning X-Bolt Speed SPR Ovix is just a solid workhorse. It handles great, it shoots straight, and it is built for the guy who actually fills tags. Ruger American Gen 2. Now, not everyone wants to drop 4 figures on a deer rifle. I get that. And that is exactly why the Ruger American Gen 2 is making such huge waves. MSRP is sitting pretty at $729. That is effectively half the price of that Browning we just talked about. In the budget-friendly category, this is arguably the pound-for-pound champion. And Ruger didn't just slap a new coat of paint on the old American. This is a genuine evolution. The first thing that grabs your eye is the stock. It has got a Monte Carlo comb with a splatter texture finish. It looks modern, but functionally, that texture gives you a rock-solid purchase on the gun, even if your hands are cold or wet. Ruger also Cerakoted the metal surfaces. That is a huge plus for corrosion resistance in the field. The length of pull is fully adjustable. Out of the box, it is 13.75 inches, but you can strip it down to 12 inches, which is perfect for smaller frame shooters, or if you are wearing heavy winter armor. Accuracy is surprisingly good for this price bracket. You get the Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, which you can dial in anywhere between 3 and 5 pounds. It breaks clean and helps you send consistent shots downrange. The action sits in their patented power bedding block system. That free floats the cold hammer-forged barrel perfectly. Speaking of the barrel, it features deep spiral fluting. That shaves off weight and helps with heat dissipation. They also integrated a soft rubber recoil pad that actually works so you can spend a full day at the range without bruising your shoulder. Up top, it comes with a factory-installed optics rail. It is Picatinny compatible, so you don't have to hunt around for proprietary bases. Just clamp your scope on and go. The Ruger American Gen 2 is just a no-nonsense tool. It is durable, it is accurate, and it proves you don't need to spend a fortune to put meat in the freezer. Accuracy International ATX. Alright, let's switch gears from hunting to the precision game. If you want to ring steel at a mile, you need to look at the Accuracy International ATX. This platform is purebred for competition. AI rifles are legendary for their military and law enforcement service history. These things are built to survive war zones, hold zero through anything, and deliver surgical precision. The ATX takes that battlefield DNA and refines it for the civilian match shooter. It is currently dominating the long-range circuit, and for good reason. Let's talk about the fire control group. It runs a 2-stage flat-face trigger. You can tune the pull weight all the way down to 10 ounces. Even with the heavy spring, the minimum pull is 1.5 pounds. That gives you that glass rod brake you need for extreme accuracy. The chassis forend is flat-bottomed and features a full-length ARCA rail system. That means you are ready to clamp into a tripod or a bipod right out of the box. The heart of the beast is the signature AI 6-lug action. 2 rows of 3 lugs. The bolt throw is incredibly short and slick. You can run this bolt fast without disturbing your sight picture whatsoever. The safety is a 3-position shrouded system on the bolt tail. It is tactile positive and bomb-proof. One of the coolest features is the barrel change system. You loosen one set screw and you can swap calibers in minutes with a simple hex key. No gunsmith required. Factory options include .308 Winchester 6.5 Creedmoor and 6mm Creedmoor. Look, the accuracy International ATX is heavy, and it is definitely an investment. But if you want a rifle that is built like a tank and shoots like a laser, this is the pinnacle of the platform. Savage 110 Ultralite Elite. Savage Arms has really carved out a niche as the working man's innovator. Think of them almost like the Glock of the bolt gun world. Reliable, affordable, and everywhere. But at SHOT Show 2024, they dropped the 110 Ultralite Elite, and they are pushing the envelope on lightweight performance. This thing is space age. The barrel is a proof research carbon fiber wrapped stainless steel tube. That gives you the rigidity of a bull barrel with the weight of a pencil profile. The stock is a collaboration with MDT. It is the HNT 26 folding carbon fiber chassis. It is rigid, ultra-light, and packs down small. The entire rifle weighs in at a feather-light 5 pounds flat. You can hike the steepest ridges in the Rockies with this thing and barely feel it. Despite being so light, it feels substantial in the hands. To manage the recoil on a 5-pound gun, they threaded the muzzle 5/8 by 24 and installed an Omniport radial brake. That brake does a phenomenal job of taming the kick so you can spot your own impacts. The trigger is the legendary Savage AccuTrigger, user-adjustable, safe, and incredibly crisp. They went with a 3-position tang safety here as well. It lets you lock the bolt down while hiking, which is a critical safety feature when you are navigating rough terrain. The Savage 110 Ultralite Elite is a dedicated mountain rifle. If you count ounces because you hike miles, this is the tool for the job. Wilson Combat, NULA Model 20. Finally, we have to talk about a legend reborn. New Ultralight Arms, or NULA, basically invented the category of lightweight hunting rifles decades ago. Melvin Forbes was a visionary. Today, that legacy continues under the Wilson Combat banner with the NULA Model 20. This is the perfect blend of old-school design and modern precision manufacturing. The overall length is right around 40 inches. And just like the Savage, it tips the scales right at 5 pounds. It sports a 20-inch button-rifled barrel with a 1-in-8 twist rate. The action is the classic NULA 2-lug design scaled perfectly to the cartridge. But Wilson Combat upgraded the fire control to a Timney Elite Hunter trigger. That trigger is absolute perfection, breaking like a thin icicle every time. It holds 4 rounds in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber. Chamberings include classics like .358 Winchester, .243 Winchester, and the modern 6.5 Creedmoor. The magic of the Model 20 is the balance. It comes up to the shoulder lightning fast and points naturally. The bolt operation is incredibly smooth, allowing for rapid follow-up shots if you need them. I have seen these things punch single ragged holes at 100 yards. It is easily one of the most accurate lightweight sporters ever made. If you appreciate the history of American gunmaking but want modern performance, the Wilson Combat NULA Model 20 is a masterpiece. That is the rundown for today. We looked at everything from the budget-friendly Ruger to the competition-ready Accuracy International. Every one of these rifles brings something special to the table. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a favor and crush that like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and drop a comment down below and tell me which one of these you would take into the field. Train hard, stay safe, and I will see you guys on the range.